Let's look at a couple of wacky things that have come across my desk over the last couple of days. I do want to play this clip that many of you sent me from attorney Alan Dershowitz, who still says that he is a liberal and that he votes against Trump, but he increasingly has been a defender of Trump from the perspective of, I'm just giving you the legal argument. Alan Dershowitz says that if Trump were to be prosecuted, it would violate the Bible. Now, do we care about that? Well, that's a different question.
You talk about how this is bigger than Trump, about if you're able to do this to political opponents and dissidents, it sets bad precedent. It allows prosecutors to go above and beyond, and it actually makes us less free.
Without a doubt. There was a South American dictator who said, for my friends, everything, for my enemies, the law. You can use the law to get anybody, as Justice Jackson said, or as the KGB had said, show me the man and I'll find you the crime. This is the worst example in my 60 years of practicing criminal law, of targeting somebody for prosecution and then rummaging through the books, giving people immunity and trying to concoct a crime that doesn't exist. And if this is allowed to succeed, none of our liberties is safe. You know, today it's a Republican who's a target. Tomorrow it's a Democrat.
Let me just say a little bit about this. They keep saying this. Nobody is safe if Trump is indicted. What you mean is nobody's above the law. Trump's not being indicted if he is indicted in an absence of any evidence that he committed wrongdoing. We have a situation where there is evidence, and the fact that he was the president doesn't put him above the law. That's a good thing, not a bad thing.
And the day after tomorrow, it's your Uncle Charlie or your nephew or your niece.
Right.
There'd be no limits on what prosecutors can do to their political enemies. And they're going to do it to people who are running against them for DA next. And it's just...
And by the way, I think it's important to say, we already see economically biased prosecution, where we know that there are certain crimes for which poor people are much more likely to be prosecuted than rich people. We already have that. And the Trump thing doesn't solve nor exacerbate that problem. The Trump issue is a different one, which is our president's above the law.
Such a violation, and not only a violation of American law and civil liberties, it's actually a violation of the Bible. The Bible instructs judges two things. Don't take bribes, that's obvious. But the number one thing is don't recognize faces. And don't.
That's exactly right. Yes. Do not favor anyone in a court. Yes, that's exactly right. Yes. Continue. Yeah. Sorry.
No, that's why it violates every core of American value.
Yeah. Well, fortunately or unfortunately, I guess, if you like this argument, the Bible is not controlling the law in this instance, thankfully, although if it were up to Republicans, the Bible would actually be the law of the land. And that's a horrifying reality. Hypothetically, if there were a court that would hear a so-called Bible violation, then the Republican Party also wouldn't be able to exist, since they regularly violate the principles of the Bible despite claiming allegiance to it. But that's a different issue. Alan Dershowitz, once a widely respected lawyer, increasingly a laughingstock. And it really is sad. I don't say sarcastically it's sad. It really is sad. One of our sponsors is Helix Sleep. I have been sleeping on a Helix mattress at home for years now. I couldn't be more happy with it. I recommend it to everybody. The other day, even though she's not allowed in the big bed, I put my baby daughter on the mattress, and even she loved it. Helix Sleep is the premium mattress brand offering tailored mattresses based on your unique sleep preferences. Take the Helix Sleep Quiz. It asks you about your body type, your sleeping position. Do you get hot at night? Do you have back pain? And then Helix will match you with the mattress that's perfect for you. Most people don't know where to begin when shopping for a mattress, including me. Helix makes it simple and less risky because you know you're getting a mattress that fits your needs. It ships free. You can try it for 100 nights to see if you like it, and it comes with a 10 or 15-year warranty. Unlike many mattress companies, all Helix mattresses are made in the USA by a skilled production team, so you are supporting good jobs. Helix Sleep is giving my audience up to 20% off plus 2 free pillows. What other mattress company is going to give you 20% off? Go to helixsleep.com/Pacman. The link is down below.